Hey everybody, I got a video here for you today. Now I want to take you into a site in a country that has cities thousands of years old, ancient pyramids, and ancient petroglyphs and geoglyphs, and of course that is the United States of America. And I want to take you into a place called the Blythe Intaglios. I believe that is how it is pronounced. But these are geoglyphs that are carved into the desert floor. They are made by removing the top layer of colored soil and revealing the white quartz underneath, and that is exactly how the Nazca lines in Peru are created. People who have studied these geoglyphs have said, well, they're anywhere between 500 and 2,000 years old. So in other words, we have no clue when these were made. And here is the main figure here, this large figure right here, and right next to it is this figure of an animal with this shape right below it here. And when I looked at this, something really caught my eye, and this looks exactly like Serpent Mound in Ohio. We have a 3 spiraled loop, and down at the bottom here you can see kind of an egg shape, and that is exactly what we have at Serpent Mound in Ohio. We have the 3 spiral tail and the egg up here on the left near the top. And I made a video when I first looked into Serpent Mound, and I said, well, this has to do with creation. That was my first thought. The 3 spiral tail is our planet's location in the solar system, or the third rock from the sun. And the egg up here, cosmic egg, had to do with creation and Orion. The snake or serpent symbolism to a lot of native cultures had to do with the link between Earth and the gods. And that was my impression. And people who were familiar with Serpent Mound kind of left some nasty comments on the video. They told me I didn't know what I was talking about. But actually, I think it's the other way around. This is the late Philip Coppin's website, and says this: the Intaglios near Blythe along the Colorado River along the California-Arizona border are the American equivalent of the Peruvian Nazca lines. It says, though never promoted as the airport for extraterrestrial beings, here are nevertheless the same geometric shapes, animals and humans, etched in the soil, and best, and some of them only, visible from the sky. And they were discovered in 1931 when a pilot was flying over this region. And that's exactly how the Nazca lines were discovered, a gentleman flying over the Nazca lines in pretty much that same time period. But let's go to a little further and let's figure out what that large figure is a representation of, and does it have anything to do with Orion. It says Mastamo is the same as the Hopi Fire Clan deity Masao, and that is the name of this large figure, Mastamo. It says they identified this deity with the constellation Orion, and it is remarkable how this constellation is indeed often depicted as a giant either waving a club or a spear, whether in the New or Old World. And it says, furthermore, below the animal geoglyph at Blythe is a spiral figure. It measures 23 feet in length and is oriented southwest to northwest, and has a maximum width of 8.8 feet. Though some have wondered whether this spiral might represent a coiled snake, the answer might be far simpler. Spirals indicate places of emergence creation, and noting that we are confronted with a depiction of creation myth, the Blythe geoglyphs snugly fit within this context. It says, in ancient times, sacred ceremonial dances were held in an area to honor Mastamo, and the geoglyphs form part of the sacred landscape and the pilgrimage between the land of death and the place of creation. So here we have a native culture, and I will leave these links below. We have a native culture making large geoglyphs. They honor Orion as a place of creation and a place of the afterlife. So I just think this all fits with ancient cultures being in this country that we just have not recognized the importance of them. But once again, the United States has ancient cities, ancient pyramids, ancient geoglyphs, and that makes it no different than Egypt, Peru, Mexico, or other countries that hold claim to these ancient ruins. So, hope you thought this was interesting. This is the Blythe Intaglios in Southern California. Hope you thought this was interesting. You have a nice day.